The older I got, the worse my hangovers got, and it's just one of those things. I think it's something that sneaks up on you because when you start out first, you're not drinking too much. When I first started out, a couple of pints, 2 or 3 pints, and that was it. And then if you woke up the next morning with a hangover, you tried to hide it, and it wasn't as bad. I mean, I think it seemed to me when I was younger that what the hell is this? I didn't like the feeling, but you had nothing to compare it with. As you get older, you get used to having the hangovers, and they just become a part of life with alcohol. But when you're younger, you've got the body of a young person, and you're not drinking as much, so you're not doing as much damage. Your body is much more capable of processing those small amounts of alcohol. But then tolerance kicks in. You start drinking more. Ego kicks in as well, so you start drinking more because of that. And gradually, the hangovers start to kick in. Your organs start to get damaged. So if you think about the adult male organ, the adult male liver is capable of dealing with 1 unit of alcohol per hour, which is a little over half a pint of beer, a small glass of wine. And that's the adult male. So females less, and you're talking about, if you're a teenager, even less than that, right? So as you get older, that capacity diminishes quickly. As you the more you drink and the more damage is caused. So that's going to add to the hangovers. Your body just gets more sensitive as you get older anyway. Your brain gets more sensitive. I think you wise up to the fact that even though you're trying to hide from it, maybe even people who are saying, well, it's not my fault, this is something that I've got, it's a disease that I've got, it's still that you're putting this stuff inside your own body. That you're the cause of the hangovers. That the pleasure that you're getting on one side of it is not as it's not as pleasurable. It's not as perceived to be as pleasurable as it was. I mean, the pleasure was never there, I don't think, in the first place. But it becomes much more about the anticipation as you get into the journey. Now, I think that adds to the hangover, because it adds to the psychological end of the hangover. Because when you're younger and you're looking at your own hangover, it's like it's part of the process. Like I say, your ego kicks in, and it's just, well, yeah, I'm capable of handling the alcohol, I'm also capable of handling the consequences. You wise up a bit when you get older. Not enough to stop, but it is what it is. But as I'm saying, my hangovers when I was stopping, they were 3 days. If I drank a lot, but I was drinking a lot. Sometimes I'd be drinking 2-3 bottles of wine. In the last year that I was here in Spain, there was no Guinness. So yeah, that was a wake-up call for me. That your hangover could last that long. That's kind of scary, but it adds a layer of pain that adds to the motivation to get you to stop drinking, if you know what I mean. So the best decision I ever made in my life, just to wake up every morning for the past 10 years and knowing that I'm never going to have a hangover again. And I joke sometimes about having a food hangover. You eat crap food the night before, and you suffer for it the next day. But that's another consequence of all the drinking that I've done. It's the consequence of it's a knock-on effect of having the alcohol ruining some of my organs. Or reducing the capacity for the organs. I'm still loving life, and I'm not giving out about any of this stuff. It is what it is. I did every single drop of the alcohol. I did that to myself. So I can only be thankful and grateful for who I am now and the life that I'm living now. And I put up with the fact that I can't do some of the things that I used to do. Just is what it is. So. But I'm happy about that I didn't go further and that I stopped when I did. We're just adding more and more stuff to the program at the moment. We're doing a lot more videos for the Habits V2 Habits Unplugged program. So if you're interested in taking part in that, it does cost a little bit of money, but it's less than $1 a day, and I think we can just bring you so much value in your life. I can make massive changes. The stuff that I've learned in the last 10 years, if I could go back and teach that to myself when I was starting out, I'd shave off at least 5 years off this journey. I'd be where I am now 5 years ago. I could achieve more in the first year than I did in the first 5 years, and that's basically because I was dithering around and didn't know what I was doing, and learning as you go along. But that's the way it is. But anyway, if you want to get rid of the hangover, get rid of the toxins that are causing the hangover in the first place, take care of yourself, keep the alcohol out of your mouth. I want an upward day. Bye now.